Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In the last recording, we understood the laws of citizenship. Now let us understand overseas citizenship of India. In September 2000, the Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs, had set up a high level committee on the Indian diaspora under the chairmanship of L.M. Singhvi. The mandate of the committee was to make comprehensive study of global Indian diaspora and to recommend measures for a constructive relationship with them. The committee submitted its report in January 2002. It recommended the amendment of Citizenship Act 1955 to provide for grant of dual citizenship to persons of Indian origins (PIOs) belonging to certain specified countries. Accordingly, the Citizenship Amendment Act 2003 made provision for acquisition of overseas citizenship of India by the PIOs of 16 specified countries other than Pakistan and Bangladesh. It also omitted all provisions recognizing or relating to the Commonwealth citizenship from the Principal Act. Later, the Citizenship Amendment Act 2005 expanded the scope of grant of OCIs for PIOs of all countries except Pakistan and Bangladesh as long as their home countries all dual citizenship under their local laws. It must be noted here that the OCI is not actually a dual citizenship as the Indian Constitution forbids dual citizenship or dual nationality by Article 9. Again, the Citizenship Amendment Act 2015 has modified the provisions pertaining to OCI in the Principal Act. It has introduced a new scheme called Overseas Citizens of India Card Holder by merging the PIO card scheme and the OCI card scheme. The PIO card scheme was introduced on 19/08/2002. Thereafter, the OCI card scheme was introduced with effect from 1 December 2005. Both the schemes were running in parallel even though the OCI card had become more popular. This was causing unnecessary confusion in the minds of applicants, keeping in view some problems being faced by applicants to provide enhanced facilities to them. The Government of India decided to formulate one single scheme after merging the PIO and schemes OCI containing positive attributes of both. Hence, for achieving this objective, the Citizenship Amendment Act 2015 was enacted. The PIO scheme was reskinned with effect from 9th January 2015, and it was also notified that all existing PIO card holders with effect shall be deemed to be OCI card holders with effect from 9/1/2015. The Citizenship Amendment Act 2015 replaced the nomenclature of Overseas Citizen of India with that of Overseas Citizens of India card holder and made the following provisions in the Principal Act. First provision was registration of Overseas Citizen of India card holder. The central government may, on an application made in this behalf, register as an Overseas Citizen of India card holder A. Any person of full age and capacity 1. Who is citizen of another country but was a citizen of India at the time or at any time after the commencement of Constitution, or who is a citizen of another country but was eligible to become a citizen of India at the time of commencement of the Constitution, or who is a citizen of another country but belonged to a territory that became part of India after 15th August 1947, or who is a child or a grandchild of a great grandchild of such a citizen, or B. A person who is a minor child of a person mentioned in Clause A. A person who is a minor child and whose both parents are citizens of India, or one of the parents is a citizen of India, or a spouse of foreign origin of a citizen of India, or spouse of foreign origin of an overseas citizen of India card holder, and whose marriage has been registered and subsided for a continuous period of not less than 2 years immediately preceding the presentation of the application. No person who is either of whose parents or grandparents or great grandparents is or had been citizen of Pakistan, Bangladesh or such other country as the central government may specify shall be eligible for registration as an overseas citizen of India card holder. The central government may specify the date from which all existing persons of Indian origin card holders shall be deemed to be overseas citizens of India card holders. Third, notwithstanding anything contained to point 1, the central government may, if it is satisfied that special circumstances exist after recording the circumstances in writing, the register a person as overseas citizen of India card holder. Part 2 of the provision is conferment of rights on overseas citizen of India card holder. An overseas citizen of India card holder shall be entitled to such rights as the central government may specify in this behalf. An overseas citizen of India card holder shall not be entitled to the following rights which are conferred to a citizen of India. He shall not be entitled to right of equality in opportunity of matters of public employment. He shall not be eligible for election as the president, shall not be eligible for eligible for election of the vice president, not be eligible for appointment as a judge of the Supreme Court, not be eligible for appointment as a judge in High Court. He shall not be entitled for registration as a voter. He shall not be eligible for being a member of the House of People or the Council of States. Shall not be eligible for being a member of the Legislative State Assembly or the State Legislative Council. Shall not be eligible for appointment to public services and posts in connection with affairs of the Union of any state except for the appointment in such services and posts as central government may specify. Renunciation of overseas citizen of India card. If any overseas citizen of India card holder makes in prescribed manner a declaration renouncing the card, registering him as an overseas citizen of India card holder, the declaration shall be registered by the central government. Upon such a registration, that person shall cease to be the overseas citizen of India card holder. Whether a person ceases to be an overseas citizen of India card holder, the spouse of foreign origin of that person who has obtained overseas citizen of India card, and every minor child of the person registered as an overseas citizen of India card holder shall thereupon cease to be overseas citizen of India card holder. Part 4 of the provision is cancellation of registration as an overseas citizen of India card holder. The central government may cancel the registration of a person as overseas citizen of India card holder if it is satisfied that the registration of an overseas citizen of India card holder was obtained by the means of fraud, false representation or concealment of any material fact, or the OCI card holder has shown disaffection towards the Constitution of India. The OCI card holder has, during any war in which India may be engaged, unlawfully traded or communicated with the enemy. The OCI card holder has within 5 years after registration been sentenced to imprisonment for a term of not less than 2 years, or it is necessary to do so in the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India, the security of India, friendly relations of India with any foreign country, or in the interest of the general public. The marriage of an OCI card holder has been dissolved by the competent court of law or otherwise, or has not been dissolved, but during the substance of such marriage he has solemnized marriage with any other person. This was about the OCI card holder, and with this we end the chapter. However, in the next part of the chapter it is given the difference. It is comparing the NRI, PO and OCI card holder. You may read it if you like. The chapter has ended. Thank you everyone for listening so patiently, and all the best for your exams.